At Laurier-Carriere, this support will mean that students will benefit from a new state-of-the-art addition. So for all of the students who are here, that's why we're here today, to say that you're going to get an addition to your wonderful school. It is very good. That's correct.
Okay, the public school or the public school board has just gone through an exercise of closing a number of schools. Do we really need new schools when boards are closing them?
Well, I think that it's important to remember that when schools go through an accommodation review process, very often they may have identified older, aging schools that we've called prohibitive to repair. So it is not unusual in some communities where there would be a plan that has come from the community where they recognize they can perhaps close 3 older, smaller schools and build 1 new energy efficient school in the middle of the area. So those are some plans that have come to us from school boards.
And it always seems like the newer schools go to the outlying areas of cities and communities, and you get this sort of donut effect where inner city schools are usually the ones on the chopping block because they're older and smaller. What are you doing to plan for that so that people who have families on the inside of the city are accommodated too?
Well, again, that sort of follows up on your first question where you talked about older schools, do we need newer ones? In fact, we do rely on our locally elected boards to work with their communities through the accommodation review process. So it does happen that boards bring us their plan that would include closing older schools to build newer schools, a newer, more efficient school, perhaps in the center, in a more centralized location. So we rely on our local boards. We do expect them to go through local communications process called the Accommodation Review Committee process, and so families and people in the community are engaged in that, and that is what we have said to boards as well. And with all of the allocations we have made, we've indicated that if there are schools in that process. Can you understand? Can you understand? Yeah. Oh, look at here. She wants to have a rest on me. Very good. Okay.